Welcome to the worst movie podcast in the world. This week we are looking at The Lost Boys, and if you continue watching, we have a pretty good time with it. Ryan, was Ryan about it, and me and Joe come in clutch. We give some defensive arguments. We see where it's at. There are vampires involved in this. There's teeth. There's gruesome explosions. There's Ryan getting sulky because he didn't remember the film at all. Even more. Continue watching, and you'll find out. Enjoy this week's episode. All right, this week I am joined by Joe.
Hello.
All right, and Joe, I think you said you had a little something you wanted to say as soon as we started recording.
Big announcement.
Big announcement.
Just for everybody listening. We're going to be doing a live episode.
What?
In the next few months, because we're all going on a trip. All right, and this is where we're going because they've just recently announced they have opened the absolute cinema classic pub from Banshees of Inisherin has become a real life pub that you can go to. And if we ever make it there, we'll film a podcast in there. So if you're listening, Mr. Banshee, invite us.
The least listenable thing, I think.
It'd be beautiful. I think it'd be
so much
absolutely
background
fantastic.
noise.
We'll be able to find fingers.
In a car or a boat.
I'm telling you, man. But yeah, no, they've actually. I thought that might be something interesting for you. They've actually opened that pub up as an actual pub now, for people to travel to.
I assumed it already would have been a pub.
Well,
for anyone who is confused, we have done an episode on Banshees of Inisherin. So if you want to head back into our logs, look back, have a little watch of that if you're interested, so you get a little context on what's going on here. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but go for it. Go have a little listen. Go see it.
It got C tier, right?
It got C tier.
I mean, the long and short of Banshees of Inisherin is it got nominated for like 9 Oscars and didn't win a single one.
Don't worry, we did a podcast on it. They can go listen to that. If you want to know more, listen to that episode. Go have a look see. And that'll bring me on to who else we're joined by this week, which is Ryan. Say hi.
I want to die.
He wants to die. And Decos is not here again. And Decos won't be here next week either. So maybe we'll sub him in for someone. He's just gone, honestly. He hasn't left the podcast, but I mean, we'll see. And I'm your noble host, Cameron. So we'll keep on rolling. Straight into the Logline showdown. Yeah, honourable. I think honourable. A little bit of honour here and there.
I've never seen you exhibit any honour in your life.
No, you are honourable.
You're wrong. I'm not honourable to you, Ron. You don't.
You are not, Cameron. You are not on the same tier as Judge Judy. I'm sorry.
What?
He's above her.
Judge Judy isn't real. That's why. She's fake. They made her up.
Oh yeah, true. She's played by Judge Rinder.
Exactly. Right.
With a wig.
Straight into the logline then, boys. If you want to.
CGI.
Has anyone actually got one? I have.
Joe has one. Well, then I think we should start with Joe since he probably threw his name into the hat. Threw his hat into the ring.
First.
I mean,
I'll go first.
Name into a hat. Fuck you, Ryan. Why do you put that in my head? Right, Joe, go.
Okay, I'll go first. The Lost Boys. It's like Twilight, but with more leather jackets, mullets, and sax solos.
I think that's a good one. I like that one.
Was there a sax solo?
Hey, yeah, the guy at the start when they were on the beach and that band was playing, and he just started having a sax solo with his top off and real long hair.
See, Ryan,
I watched this earlier today, and I think I forgot the film.
It was literally the part where he sees. It's literally the part where Michael sees A Star Is Born for the first time.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. All right, Joe. I think that was a pretty good one. Ryan, do you have a
follow up to that?
Do you have a follow up to that?
Right. Well, for my logline, I guess more of an observation about the film, a critique, if you will. But I gotta say, this wasn't a real vampire film, okay? Because there was no young, naive woman biting her lip over stupid, sexy Kiefer Sutherland the whole runtime. Where was it, huh? Where was it?
It was hidden in the background. You just had to look carefully.
I ain't seen no lip biting.
Wasn't the mum the naive girl who was getting like lured in by the
true.
vampire, right? The
Yeah.
mum was, right?
Yeah.
Right, nah, oh my
Biggest plot twist of
Biggest
the
that was
plot
such
century,
a
twist.
by the
dumb
way.
plot twist. It
It
just
was
comes
insane.
out of the
wasn't.
most. It's like super predictable, but it also just comes out of nowhere and serves no real purpose.
Hey,
Other
they
No, it
than
need him.
serves all the
Keith
purpose.
Sutherland, who was actually cool, wasn't actually the big bad.
They
Like-
never are.
It was awesome. He came out.
I
Came
love
out of
it.
nowhere.
Porn.
He had the fangs. Raff. Right. All right. Well, they. God damn it, Ryan.
Cameron's turn.
My turn.
He
Right.
hasn't
So my
got one.
logline is this movie should not be called The Lost Boys because I don't actually think any boys actually got lost in this. Like I think they're all pretty much exactly where they wanted to be.
What about Laddie? He
Laddie
got lost.
got
Nah,
no,
he
he got
was-
kidnapped.
He was.
Yeah,
he
he got
literally
kidnapped.
was a lost boy.
He wasn't
And there
lost.
was also at
He
the
knew
beginning
where
where
he
she
was.
went to where she was at like the theme park and she found like a lost child and she was like, "This boy is lost."
That's
Nah.
true, actually.
There
That
were
was
two
like-
lost in the Lost Boys. There were in fact two lost
No!
boys.
One of them dead.
Plural.
That one wasn't. He knew exactly where he was. That little kid vampire knew exactly where he was. All right, he knew
No,
exactly
he
where
was-
he
no,
was.
No, but Cameron, but he was on the milk carton as a lost boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
To other people, he was.
I've
fine.
never
To
actually
himself,
thought
he
about
was
it
fine.
like that. I
He
always
was
thought it was
fine.
just called the Lost Boys because they were like a bunch of lads in a cave.
I mean, maybe it's
But you're
metaphoric.
right.
Maybe it's like because they lost
did- they-
themselves to
Wow, that's so
vampirism
metaphorical.
that they're lost, right?
They only kill young boys.
I think I literally saw them not do that. I saw them kill
Kill young
many
boys.
not young boys. You know what? That's my logo. It should be called "They Didn't Kill Any Young Boys." The movie.
You can't fucking
That's what
retcon
it
your
is.
log line.
That's what it is. Man, I can't wait for that point this week.
It's like the fucking Fast and Furious
All
franchise.
right, into the points then.
No, I wonder who's gonna win this week.
I wonder who's gonna win. I mean, I'm feeling pretty confident here. I mean, I had 2 log lines technically.
I feel
so
confident for you, Cameron.
thanks, Joe. See, Joe's got my back.
Double trouble.
So does little Perito in the corner of my screen in Joe's little box. He's giving me a little thumbs up by looks of it. He's happy.
I got double Modoc, man. Actually, can someone remind me where I got the energy drink one from?
Crank.
Some crank.
No Red Bull, huh?
All right. Well,
No, 'cause-
who wants
No,
to
because
cast?
they had Rockstar in the film.
Oh, right, yeah.
like you
I
specifically
remember.
called it out during that logline
Oh,
showdown.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember.
Who wants to cast
Yeah,
the
who-
first point? Who's casting? Who? You tell you what. We'll start with
I
Ryan.
feel like I rarely cast the first one.
Yeah, you rarely do.
Yeah,
Ryan,
Ryan, you
go
can
vote.
And you know, I came in since Decos isn't gonna be here for a while. I figured, I'm gonna open up myself to the possibility of voting for Cameron, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
And
oh!
his logline was so trash that I'm voting for Joe.
No!
I thought you were
No!
gonna have it this week.
I thought I was gonna have it as well, Joe.
Well, I am gonna stick with my word, and as Cameron rightly pointed out, there are no Lost Boys in this Lost Boy film, and my
We
opinions.
confirmed
And
there
no
were two
little
lost
boys
boys.
get eaten. No little boys get eaten. That was the second one.
And in line
If
with
anything,
those,
little
with
boys
that,
try to do the eating.
yeah,
Remember, he goes savage at the end.
my opinions are also not lost to me. I know exactly who I'm going to vote for here, and that is going to be Cameron.
Yes! But
What
now,
have you done?
you two don't realize what you've just done. Is that you forgot that I'm supposed to go first in a so I'm actually going to vote for Ryan. Is what I'm
Oh,
gonna
for
do.
God's sake!
Why, Joe? Because the whole point is no one votes for Cameron.
Okay, but why? I thought. Okay, well then I'm taking back my vote.
Wait, no. You can't take that effect. What we do is we get one of those spinny wheel things and we just see if it lands on.
No,
This is
oh
my
God,
greatest
do
chance
not
at
believe
getting a
up the
point.
fucking
This is my
chance. Are you
greatest
kidding
chance
me?
at getting a point. You
Spin that wheel.
spin that wheel, Ryan. I want that toothy fang.
Hey, wheel spin. Good wheel spin.
What? What?
Good wheel spin.
Was
What
it you
did it land
again?
on?
You can see it's in a different place as
Hold
well.
on a minute. That's the same image. Oh no, it's not.
It's not.
Fuck!
God damn it.
Fuck!
Okay. I will
God
crop this
damn.
image, by the way, and it will end up in the final edit as proof.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
Wheel
Ryan got
spin
the point.
bullshit.
Okay, Ryan.
Even the
needs to
wheel's
score.
out to get me. Right, well, there you go. Using a little bit of editing,
Rigged.
clipping. Ryan got his little fucking vampire dude in his
rigged.
House
corner.
always wins, Joe. The
It's
house
rigged.
always wins.
Rigged game.
Goddamn
Rigged
rigged.
game. Fucking wheels out to get me. All my the associates are out to get me. Even Jason's out to fucking get me. Can't a
Jason.
guy catch a break? Can't he catch a break? 1 week I
No.
will. Tell you what, next week, when we potentially have
Okay,
Jeevan on, I'm going to break him. Break him like dogs. Right. All right, so moving on to the next section then. The part where everybody says what they thought about the movie and stuff. Well,
It's the rolling
self-explanatory. What did you think about the movie and stuff then, guys? Let's have a little chit-chat about
Brilliant.
this. Let's see where we're at. Joe thought it was brilliant. I
Brilliant.
also thought it was pretty good. I had a pretty good time. Me and Adam, we were watching it today. We're having a pretty good, you know, we had a laugh. We were laughing, enjoying the cheese, enjoying the little fucking kid wearing his like the most stereotypical 80s clothes known to man.
Nah,
The
but
music,
yeah, but it was filmed in the. It's actually
exactly,
a movie from.
exactly.
This is why it's
The
good.
music was bopping. There was the fucking
the
Frog
music was
Brothers,
great.
just literally the most
Oh,
intense
shout
individuals
out,
I've ever seen.
kill.
Right? Those two brothers, intense. Every scene they're
Right,
in, it was like
the voice that he put on throughout this movie was golden.
beautiful.
I loved it.
I loved
Buttery
every
voice.
second.
Was it golden?
What's his name
was
again? I
golden.
forgot his name.
I don't know.
Wow.
God.
Yeah.
He was in the Goonies as well. And he
Yeah,
was in,
he was a good actor, to be fair. Yeah,
he was in all of these like
yeah.
90s.
Yeah,
What's that other
80s,
one where on
90s.
the
He was the
railway?
80s, 90s kid. Yeah, he was in the railway. He was in the Burbs with Tom Hanks and stuff. He was great.
What was that railway one?
I know the one you mean. The one with like is there? No,
With all
I was
the
about to
group
say.
of friends.
I was about to say the one with the disabled kid, but that's the Family
You mean
Guy
Stand
rendition
By
of
Me?
it.
Yeah.
The one where, yeah, I think it's Stand By Me.
I can't.
He's
Yeah,
not-
Stand
I
By
don't
Me.
think he
That's
was in
There's
it.
a
Stand-
train,
oh, no, he
right?
wasn't
They go on a
Stand By Me.
train track and there's a
He
train.
was in Stand By Me.
I've
yeah.
never seen Stand By Me, but I've seen the.
Apparently, it's very
Well,
good.
Ryan, put it on the watch list.
Yeah, no,
literally
I
just-
loved the whole how cheesy 80s it was.
It was beautiful.
Great.
It was beautiful. I could almost put it on a cracker and eat it. It was great.
There's a lot of long
Not a
hair.
biscuit.
It was great.
A
I
cracker.
felt welcomed.
Felt embraced. So Ryan,
Yeah.
what did you think? How did you feel the movie flowed?
I am straight up not having a good time.
I saw
What?
your letterbox. I knew he would hate it. What do you give it? Like 2, 2.5?
Two.
Two. He hated it. This is like you hate
trash.
all films like this. You hate the Goonies. You hate this. You just hate I think you just dislike the 80s.
I don't like dislike the. It's not
It's the
like
cheese.
Great films are from the 80s.
Yeah,
it's
you
just
don't
that
like
they're not
the
particularly good,
cheese.
and it just feels like a film that unless almost you have some sort of nostalgia for it, it just.
I have
doesn't
no
do anything.
nostalgia for it. I just watched it
Like-
when I later.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it just
but
felt,
I
it just
get
felt like,
nostalgia from it,
up
even though it's
until
not
like, the
nostalgic.
final
Yeah, I know what
bit-
you mean, Joe. I feel nostalgic for it, even though I have no nostalgia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel nostalgic for it. I just was like indifferent. It felt to me kind of like a John Carpenter film, but
Oh,
without
Christ.
what makes John Carpenter's films like actually good.
I don't know who
It
that
was-
is.
It was the Joe's Christ. Yeah.
I don't know who that
He's
is.
the guy who did The Thing.
No, Joe. He
Okay.
was.
He's very well known, John Carpenter.
He worked with
I'll say
Jesus.
But
Carpenter.
what do you mean, Ryan?
What?
He did,
Just
he
like
did the what?
What?
What did
I
he
say it felt John
No,
John Carpenter.
What was that? You said he
Thing.
did the thing.
He did
What
The
is
Thing in Halloween.
what thing? I don't know what the thing is. What thing are you
You know, the
talking
one
about?
that's in like Antarctica and it's like a shape-shifting alien. It's like a
Oh,
psychological
you mean
horror.
that knockoff movie from that the X-Files episode that was way better?
Yes, the knockoff of
Cameron,
that.
do you know what he's talking about when he? Cameron,
I'm
Cameron,
just teasing Ryan there because I know
Cameron,
he hates that episode.
do you know
of
what he's
X-Files.
talking about when he says the thing?
Yeah,
Like,
I know what he
thing?
means
Like,
about the thing.
what thing are you talking about?
it's like-
it must have a name.
No, I
must
just
have a
realized.
name.
I just realized it was a bit.
Basil.
I just realized it was a bit. You
The
bastard!
sarcasm wasn't apparent enough, Joe.
I know. I was hoping Cameron would like clock on.
I did, yeah. It took me a few seconds, but I got there.
Never mind.
Never mind. Come on, okay, right. But you have to admit, the music was banging, though.
So good.
Yeah, the
Theme
soundtrack
song.
is like one of the only good bits about
Thou
it.
shall not kill.
He's losing it. He's
I don't
losing
know,
it.
it kind of just like floated around without like reason. I don't know.
The sax solos, man. I'm telling you. How do you not remember
felt
the
like a
sax
vibe
solo?
movie, but the vibe was vampires, and I gotta be honest, vampires are just cringe. Like,
Edgy
there's
vampires,
no other
man.
way about it.
Yeah, but they
Okay.
know they're cringe because they just kill them.
Name me one cringy vampire movie. Right?
I
I
don't
can't
think he
name
can.
one.
I don't think he
simply
can.
Not one vampire movie ever made
No, but I don't even
starring
mean like vampire movies. I just mean vampires
Robert
in general
Pattinson is
are
ever
fucking
cringe.
cringe. You know,
There was no Robert Pattinson in
maybe
this.
young Dracula on CBBC like has warped my view of vampires.
Hey,
But,
that
you
was
know,
not
Hey,
cringe.
young Dracula was peak CBBC. What do you mean?
I heard that
Bro,
Lost
Ryan's
Boys
coming in
was
with
based
all the
off that
bad
show.
takes today. All the bad
Yeah.
takes.
Bad
Uh-huh.
takes, Ryan. Young Dracula was based. Well, Lost
Young
Boys
Dracula
was
was
based off Young
awesome.
Dracula.
Yeah.
fuck's sake.
Mhm.
No, but yeah, I thought it's chill. There's a
It was
hot
good, man.
chick. Every 80s movie has the hot chick.
Yeah.
Although it did seem kind of. So did he just like? Was he just basically the premise of this is that like Poon got him into trouble? Because that kind of seems what it was. Because it was his pursuit of Poon that basically just.
Bro, she was the biggest snake I've
Yeah,
ever
she
seen.
was. Yeah.
It was her fault.
Everything was her fault. She's like, yeah, she just sat there like, yeah, I'll let him drink that vampire blood. And then afterwards, like, oh my god, I can't believe like they manipulated you into drinking that vampire blood. Oh, I feel so bad. And she watched him drink it. Bitch. Bitch.
And that goddamn kid just chilling there. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't
Although,
know.
by the looks of it, he did just get that smash and pass though. Like, he kind of just
Yeah.
did it. And I mean, yeah, she
What,
was like
the
hanging around a bit
child?
afterwards. No, not the kid. The hot chick.
Oh, yeah,
Fuck
true.
that random kid though. It was like demonic at
But
the end.
my
Where
question
feral.
is, my question is that the tactic that was his name David in the movie? Kiefer Sutherland's character?
Yeah,
David?
the plot. Yeah.
Yeah. Was that David's tactic for all of his friends?
What, he
Is
lures
she
them
just
in
like
with the
this-
same chick? No.
Yeah.
Because I think the chick was new. Because remember, I literally, after just watching it, she was like, I'm not like them yet, you know? I haven't killed or eaten anybody. Yeah. She's like, I haven't
Is
killed
that
or
how it
eaten anybody.
worked?
Yeah.
That was one thing I was trying to get my
Yeah, because
mind
it's
around.
like
'Cause they were able to
vampires
chill in
can
the sun.
invite people and make them like your servants.
Yeah.
Because they're like half
Uh,
vampire. They're not like full vampires. They're just like.
Until they kill someone, and then they do. And she was like, oh,
But
it
then
goes
how
stronger
did
and stronger every day.
But how did the fucking child turn into a vampire at the end then? Who did
They
he
just,
kill?
because he was on the little milk can. So they must have just jammed him. No, he didn't become a vampire. He was just going
force-fed it.
feral. Like, they get the
They're like,
face,
here,
and they go
here's a
feral.
fruit shoot, and it's just blood.
Yeah.
You know?
Cursed Mackies.
To be
On the
fair,
new
I don't think
menu.
it's not. It probably isn't that hard to get a kid to drink blood.
Whoa.
What?
Because kids are like really open to like the power of suggestion, which is why like advertising.
Whoa. Why
Yeah,
is this
also,
going?
if anything,
Like
this
illegal.
this should be a film
Oh,
about.
no, damn it! I just mean like you know,
Wow.
a dude
Hey,
had
Ryan.
like blood looks like it could be juice. Like you just
Right.
hand the kid.
Ryan is a vampire. I feel like that's why it's
I
mad
feel
at
like
this movie.
Ryan's done some scientific experiments to gain this data.
This movie reflected us in a bad light, and we don't like light. Okay.
Hey, look, they had little bat feet, okay?
Oh my god, his little bat feet.
Yeah,
Where
it
were
was
their
weird.
shoes? Where were their shoes?
I know. Right, are you guys looking at their slides right now, by the way? Why does
Yes.
you know the kid? Like, look at the kid in the not the little kid, like you know the main kid, like not the Mike, the other kid. He's in the middle of the
Yeah.
poster right now. Why does he look just like Elliot Page for some reason?
Oh my god!
Right, right. He looks just like Elliot Page, like staring right back at me.
Is she the first? I mean,
Whoa!
he the first
You mean
time?
he?
Oh, wow,
You mean
wow.
he?
Ryan!
Ryan!
How dare you. Vampires have to follow morals as well, Ryan. How dare you speak on that?
I apologize to famous actor Elliot Page, who is definitely
Good.
watching.
She was about to come on
whoa,
the pod.
Whoa! He, she.
Oh shit!
Oh,
You said more with that joke. That's an apology. You need an apology video.
You need to
right
get
now.
a ukulele out, Joe, and
A
start playing it right
ukulele, I
now.
was about to say the same thing.
Okay, right. Steering right back into the Lost Boys here. So Ryan, what else did you? Because I
Stop
think me and
talking
Joe
about
have made
boys.
me and Joe have made it pretty apparent that we quite enjoyed this film. But so what else? What else drew you away? What else drew your enjoyment? Sucked it dry like fangs in your neck.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Should have won Logline, man.
Fuck! I should have done that.
yeah, he could have done that.
Shut the fuck up. Next time.
Mr. Wheel of Fortune over there on his high horse.
I don't know, I just
2 wheels in a
vibe with the
row.
movie. It felt stuff just sort of happens with no real consequence.
Vampires.
Oh my god. It's a vampire film.
But like, what actually happened up until the final scene? I'll give it is sort of where it got its points for me, because like the final scene's kind of fun, even if it is a bit like dumb. But it's just like he goes out and hangs out with these vampires.
All right, I think the
And
message
that's
of this
sort of
movie is the dangers of chasing tail, because that is literally this film.
Yeah.
Is
I
he?
don't know, was he trying to bang the girl, or was
That
he
is
like
exactly what
secretly
happened.
trying
I
to
think
impress
yeah.
Ethan
no.
Sutherland?
He was trying to impress them, so they basically let him. But he was trying to bang the chick. He got roped up and all this, but he was just going along with it so he could come back and bang the chick. That was the whole premise of this. It's basically the dangers of getting caught up about a woman. I think. I'm completely
agree.
chatting out my ass here. I don't think that's an actual message, by the way. I think this
No,
is just
it
random
is.
shit. But
No, it's right.
this is what the
Don't
message
chase after
should have been.
girls at the beach because she could be a law by a group,
Also,
a group
what are the
of cult
fucking
vampires.
chances that he goes to that that rave, right? The one girl he picks out is like a fucking vampire princess who's gonna lure him into the fucking vampire cult, right? Like out of
Hey, he
everyone
likes
he
it,
could have
man.
picked, he picks that one. Like, come on.
And he didn't even take the hint when like she got on the bike with
Yeah,
like a
he should have
group
been
of
like,
the
all
guys.
right, clearly she's with that guy. She's straddled to a bike with him.
I have
And
to
she's
give
not
it to him though.
Was she
gotta
with that
give it to
guy?
him, though.
Is she banging that guy, or are they
he
just
got some-
platonic? I don't.
Hey, you got to give it to him though. He's got some proper Lost Boy riz, mate. Because the second time round, when she was going to get on his bike and the rest of the guys all turned up looking like they're going to rob him or like stab him, he still was like, "Get on the bike, man."
Yeah, he was desperate. This guy was desperate for Poon the entire movie.
He rented that bike out the moment he arrived.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing. He wanted it. He wanted that Poon. And he got caught up in a fucking vampire cult because of it. That's the lesson today, kids. Don't chase tail, or you'll end up in a vampire cult and have to murder them all in some house like Royale type situation. All right?
Yeah.
Don't do it. It's not worth it. All right? Just focus on your bros instead.
Like the Lost Boys did.
Exactly, like the Lost Boys did. They would have been fine if he hadn't chased tail. They would have lived.
I have a feeling that the only reason, from what we gathered from last week, the only reason Ryan probably didn't like this film is because Addison Rae didn't turn up as Van Helsing.
That's true.
Through.
That's true. I actually think Ryan's going to give this a lower rating than the Addison Rae movie. Is what I'm getting. I'm getting a hint. I'm getting a whiff of that's something we're going to have to fight about later.
Classic.
It's a classic. People love this.
This feels like it feels like a cult classic, but
no,
it was an actual classic. Your classics are cult classics, Ryan. Like what?
Yes, little indie films such as Casablanca.
No, we don't use this time to boast about your Casablancas, all right?
Casablanca.
No one's watched Casablanca but you.
Films.
I've never seen it. Have you ever seen Casablanca?
Oh yes, you are the authority.
Yeah, we are. Don't worry. It's how it works, right? It's how it works. All right. Well, that's good to know about fucking Casablanca. But yeah, vibe movie. So you guys want to move on to the next section?
Okay, you say vibe movie, but the vibes just aren't good.
The vibes are great. There's a comic book store run by two kids.
Vampire hunter
The
kids.
Because
Frog
their
Brothers.
parents,
The
Their
Frog
par-
Brothers.
yeah, and they're
Their
running the
parents are
store
so
because their
stoned.
parents are in an eternal coma
Yeah,
of like whatever they were smoking.
it was fantastic.
Like they were out of it. Like no wonder, no wonder those kids turn out
Yeah, turn
as
out like the
like
fucking
deranged as they
depraved. Yeah.
were.
But you say they're deranged. They were right.
They were right, or even about the Hellhounds, man.
Yeah,
that
even
was
about
a
the Hellhounds.
foreshadowing.
Yeah,
Foreshadowing of the
Yeah,
greatest
see?
plot
Chris
twist.
Nolan here.
foreshadowing.
What do you mean?
Loved it.
Hey, it was the greatest plot
Chris
twist
Nolan's
ever.
such a foreshadowing.
No. The real no. But this is where we get into the real depth of the writing of this movie. Okay, because
Oh,
the real twist wasn't that guy was the vampire king all along. The real twist was that the granddad knew about it.
Oh yeah, he knew the
That
entire
was the
time,
real twist.
and he was just
That's why
vibing.
he had all those. That's why he had all that shit around the house.
Yeah, ready
So
to
he could
kill.
fend off. Yeah, he was ready. He was Van Helsing.
Yeah, because I bet that granddad, in exactly the same situation 50 years prior, chased the poon, ended up in a vampire gang, had
Yeah,
to kill the head to
maybe
get out.
he was also a vampire.
Yeah.
I thought you what? Didn't he drink like blood at the end?
No, he was drinking a beer.
He's drinking
Ah,
root beer.
Yeah. He was having a beer. Like, like the old man.
Like with dog
You know what?
shit,
When
Stephen.
I become like an old man, that's the type of old man I want to become.
Yeah.
Just like he's just chilling.
Taxidermy, root beer drinking.
Yeah, just
vampire
vibing.
killing,
Yeah, 2 cars. He was
driving.
living the dream.
And he's going on hot dates.
He was going to hot dates. Yeah, he was still.
Constantly.
You know what? He hadn't learned his lesson though, because he was chasing
Yeah.
tail just the same. He's gonna end
It's
up
all
in the
just a
vampire cult
metaphor.
next. It'll be called the Lost OAPs. That's the sequel.
Lost OAP.
Right, moving on to the next section then.
The Lost OAP
Happy-
just
we're
sounds
not
like
gonna
a
move on
breaking
till-
news headline.
We're not going to move on till we've talked about the end fight scene, which I think is the.
All right, folks. Ryan says no.
And I want to talk about the fact that the dog drop kicked that dude into the bath.
Yeah, it's a
Hey,
good
the dog
dog.
knew what he was doing.
It's
Hey,
a good
the dog
dog.
drop kicked Michael when he was going to sneak into the bathtub. Which
Yeah,
is
he
kind of
just
weird,
pounced him.
if you're asking me.
He was
Yeah,
gonna go
you
eat
know,
him. He was gonna eat him.
He was.
But yeah, the dog.
What was
Fucking
that
hero
dog's
of the movie.
name, actually? It was bugging me.
It's
What
like
an odd
Nanook.
Nanook. What the
Yeah.
hell is that? What kind
It's,
of name is that?
It
for
was
a dog?
oh fuck! I watched this. It was on Prime, so it had like it was a reference to something, but I don't know.
Nanook. I'm googling it.
The dog's name is like a
Nanook is a fucking anime character.
Yeah, I don't think
Well,
that's what it's
clearly
referencing.
Meaning
The dog.
the pagoda
Good
tree.
boy.
It's
God.
apparently it's a pagoda tree. Yeah, in Japan.
Yeah, Nanu.
Oh, is
It's a
it
good
2
dog.
O's? I just got it with 1 O.
It was a good dog, besides the fact they got stuck on the fence.
What does the
I don't
name
know if
Nanook
they
mean?
doubled.
Nanook means
Ah.
polar bear.
Okay, so the dog is an Alaskan Malamute, and it was picked because it resembles a classic Dracula hairstyle,
Oh, okay.
like the top of their heads.
Oh, see,
That's
look,
really
they're
cool.
putting so much thought and detail into every part of this
Yeah.
movie. They've even got dogs that are like
This
classic
is-
Dracula hairstyles.
This isn't just a cheesy horror flick, okay? This is
They put in time.
well written.
Cheesy horror flick.
I would have liked to see a fight to the death between Nanook and
And the
Thor.
Hellhound, yeah, I forgot that's a
Hellhound, man.
cutscene. That has to be a
that,
cutscene.
that was a missed opportunity right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Where was his Hellhound? That seems like it's still alive.
Yeah.
It never got
Does that
killed,
lose
right?
its powers when he dies?
Does it just become a hound?
Who knows? Or does it just go to hell?
All right. What the fuck? Someone said Addison Rae a little too loud, and now my phone is just popping up on with Addison Rae everywhere.
That's
Who
called
did
predictive
this?
behavior, Cameron.
Who
So
did
it
this?
thinks- So it knows you. They built up a profile of you, and they know that you're into Addison Rae.
Nah, my phone's just listening. It should know.
Oh,
15-year-old. They should know. 15-year-old camera. Elizabeth Olsen. That's what it should be showing me. Man, if there was Elizabeth Olsen here, I'd be joining that vampire cult. I'd take a chug of that guy's blood.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ! Right.
Ryan, don't even act like you wouldn't do exactly the same thing. I know you would. I'm pretty
wouldn't.
sure
I
you've drank a
wouldn't.
little bit of my blood if I gave you the chance. Right, moving on to the next section, effects and stuff, but we mostly just talk about the stuff. What? I actually think there's a lot to talk about with effects in this, because I think they do some pretty nice effects. Don't you think, Joe? I mean, they were like
I agree.
right? Especially
I
when they're
agree.
killing them all, and like that one guy's like frothing out all like the fucking like bathtubs and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's no, but I was gonna say actually before we get to that scene, I would have liked to have seen because for a majority of the beginning of the film, all of the vampire killings were kind of like they were filmed in a way we didn't see what was happening. Like the
Yeah.
camera work was the action of the murder. You know what I'm trying to say? Like
Yeah,
a cut when the people would die. But right halfway through, when Michael got took on his first
Little hunt
first
thing, yeah.
adventure, you got to see them, and there was some pretty cool. Like one
Yeah,
of the
he
guy like bit
scalped
into
a
the guy's
guy.
head. Yeah, there was some cool. I wanted to see more of that.
Yeah.
There wasn't enough violence.
Considering
for vampires, they
when
were
there
very
was violence,
anti-violent.
it was super violent. They could have just had
Yeah.
more of it, because it's not like it would have got pumped up an age rating.
Like the rest of the time, like the people would just get like taken away, like picked up like birds.
Yeah, and just like
I want to see
disappear.
them attack people more because it was
Yeah.
good. That was a good scene. They started throwing people on the bonfire,
Yeah, just fucking cooked that
burn them
one
with a
guy.
stake.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the end fight scene, which is the highlight of the movie, I think.
Yeah, they just go crazy. They fucking stereo electrocute and explode that one guy.
I will say it is an example of dumbing down the villains to suit the
Yeah,
outcome of the
so
story.
they can have little. To be fair though, they were prepared for him though. That's the thing. They knew they had all
were
the
prepared,
tools.
but at the same time, their main weapon of choice were water pistols.
Yeah, they had
I
holy
mean,
water.
I get that, but I mean, one of the guys literally grabbed Sam, was it?
Yeah.
Sam? He grabbed him and decided to like talk to him for a good like 3 minutes before killing him, giving him just enough time to spray the water pistol in his eyes. I mean, and not only that, he gets shot by an arrow and took the time to stand up in front of him and say he missed, giving him enough time to shoot the secondary arrow, which launches him back. I mean, I don't know what kind of arrows they were. Yeah, I mean, I get, yeah, you can hit him with an arrow. That's not too, and I can believe that. But with such force to send a vampire flying back, I mean, come on. But the dog came in clutch, so it's all good.
It was, yeah, exactly. The dog came in, helped him out. No, but then he sent him flying back and he explodes. It's cool as shit. Although, to be fair, when he was looking at himself in the mirror effect, that was pretty when he was like slightly transparent. He was like, "Oh, what's happening?"
They were way too calm. His brother was way too calm about the fact of finding out his brother was a vampire.
Yeah, well, kind of. He
Like,
did
way
run off
too calm.
screaming though,
Yeah, but
and lock the
No.
door, and call his mum. In fact, he was pretty uncalm. In fact, he was pretty uncalm. I think he became calm quite quick though. Like in the space of like 5 minutes, he was like, "All right, we're hanging." Especially after he just tried to kill him as well. But what did you think about the What did you think about the effects, Ryan?
I mean, for the time, they're pretty good, but
the camera work was really good.
I thought the camera work was one of the weaker bits of it.
I did hate the montages. You know, like every time someone would like do something like something slightly like that, like spiritually, like vampire-y, like, oh look, I'm changing. And it'd be like a fucking like, especially when they were banging as well. There's like full-on montage. It's like the 80s classic montage thing.
The 80s sex scene montage is a classic.
That is a
trope,
staple. To be fair, that is a staple.
No 80s movie would be complete without.
You got me there, Joe.
We need faded. we need cross-faded scenes of them in the bed and then rolling around the bed, okay, to make it believable.
Was this the same chick from the Goonies?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't, because it was years. I think it was a few years apart. I don't know. Let me check. Letterbox. Let's find out. I want to know now. The
I don't
Lost.
know which one was. Was it Shelley?
What?
Shelley.
What was the main woman name?
From what in this film?
Oh, Star.
Star, yeah. A Star is Born. Star Wars.
No, she is not.
She was not. She was in Twister though.
Oh God,
What?
that's a trash film.
She was a producer on a film.
The Lost
What?
Girls. I'm surprised they haven't made a Lost Girls yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. True. Actually, true.
Oh, it's
probably
gonna
will.
happen. It's gonna happen.
What's her name that did Ghostbusters?
Oh my God! That's the point I wanted to bring up. Here's where the stuff comes in. Okay, there was a criteria whilst I was watching this film that I was going to judge it by, and that was, is it better or worse than Ghostbusters Afterlife? Not Afterlife, just the 2016 all-female Ghostbusters.
Why are
Okay.
you using that as a judgment case for this?
I don't,
This has no correlation to the 2016 Ghostbusters. What, if anything, it had more correlation to the original Ghostbusters because they came out around the same time.
no.
What
I
are
was
you?
using the 2016 Ghostbusters
Why?
as
You like that
a
one?
reference. It
But
was okay.
and what-
It honestly isn't that bad.
do you use
It's not-
that? Do you use the 2016 Ghostbusters as reference for other films or just this one? Because if it's just this one, I have
literally just for this one.
there's
But my
no
point of reference
similarities
was,
between those
is
two
it better
films.
or worse than the 2016 Ghostbusters? And I gotta say, the 2016 Ghostbusters is a stronger movie than The Lost Boys.
It's not. It's
What
not. What
are
are
you
you
talking
on? What are
about?
you?
Look, okay,
what?
if you can't. Look,
You're
okay,
just-
I'm
I
gonna
feel like
guess
he's
you're on a
just saying this
Ghostbusters
stuff to try and
tangent
rattle
here.
us.
Okay, I
Yeah,
thought
he's
in
trying
the
to rattle
2016
us.
Ghostbusters, the effect where like the laser beams and shit come out of the screen was kind of cool. Like beyond the letterbox.
It was made in
like,
2016. When was this made?
exactly.
on that, I
This
thought
made
that
in
was kinda cool.
1987.
I thought that was kind of cool, and it looked pretty good. And Kate McKinnon's great in it.
No, she's
actually
not.
quite funny.
She's hilariously
She
annoying.
dude, she licks like the fucking gun. That's so cool. And
It
also
was not
Melissa
cool.
McCarthy saying wonton had me on the floor.
He actually gave it a higher score as well. In fact, Ryan gave Ghostbusters 2016 a higher score than the average letterbox score for it as well. The average letterbox score is 2.3. Ryan gave it 2.5.
If you look at the Metacritic, the Rotten Tomatoes, and the IMDb, it's about average with
what? With your
Metacritic, Rotten Tomatoes, and IMDb, and Letterboxd has got some weird thing going on. If you actually look at the reviews, it kind of tends towards about a 3.5, but it's not been averaged out of that because of I guess review bombing things that they've added.
I don't know. I've seen that film and it was a 1 out of 5. They had 4 dance sequences in it. It was not a hoot.
Did they have dance?
Right. Look, let me just put it like this: the main villain in it is so shit they kill him and recast him as Chris Hemsworth halfway through the film.
Yeah, dude, Chris Hemsworth.
No,
is great.
that's not how that works. How are we talking about Ghostbusters 2016?
Let's talk about a better movie, okay?
Right, we're moving on to the next section then, alright? We did the effects. We all thought they were pretty cool. They were good for the time. There was stuff that was exploding, people were melting. Nice. It was very practical. Cool. There was no weird 80s CGI in it either. I think there's one point where they flew at each other in the final fight that they used them.
Yeah, that was a bit off.
But it was for a second. It was literally for 1 second that you actually saw that.
When they kill... Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, we need to go back. There are 2 bits we need to touch up on about effects and stuff.
We're going back.
Okay. One of them being when they fry that vampire in the bathtub. Okay.
Yeah.
Afterwards, how did the house just become filled with all of this shit spraying?
Because vampires are crazy. He's probably alive in the tubes and shit. He's spraying out before he died.
But that was pretty cool. And also, I think the first initial vampire death was pretty good.
Where they just sneak up on his stamp and he literally just starts spraying goo everywhere.
Yeah, and they come out covered in glitter. I don't know if anybody noticed. But
Yeah.
they're covered in glitter when they come out, which is kind of strange.
That's fucking hilarious.
Vampires
That's
are
where the
full of
budget
glitter.
ran out.
Yeah, they're
Vampires
like
are full of
shit.
glitter.
Who was the acting goat and who was the acting stoat? Is it stoat?
Stoat. Yeah.
Stoat.
Yes.
I
freaking
said that.
He
Stoat.
I
messed
said
it
it.
up again.
I didn't. I said stoat. I said
You're
stoat.
not a Stoat man, huh?
You are a stoat.
I'm gonna be honest.
Cameron
It
does look
looks.
a bit-
It looks like a little like lemur or something. Look at it.
Lima.
What?
It-
No, it looks like a Stoat, Cameron.
I'm gonna say a different animal every week and have you correct me every single time. Right. So, who did you guys think was the best?
Okay, well, I
acting-wise in
have
this?
my vote.
Right,
No.
and yeah,
For the
I think I have who I think was the best of us as well. So, Ryan, you go first.
I mean, this is meant to be more of a general discussion section, not a voting thing.
Well, well,
Yeah,
we
but we can say
but,
our
like,
initial.
we can
we
say
can
our
say our
initial
initial
things and then
vote.
kind of.
I would like to make the acting go Kiefer Sutherland. I think he
Safe
does a very
choice.
good. Yeah, I think he does a very
Yeah.
good job in this. He's probably the best bit of the film.
It's a very
Uh,
iconic role for him, I would say.
Yeah, this seems like one of the things that sort of almost like blew up his career.
It definitely. I don't think he's.
That and 24.
Yeah, but I don't think he's done anything as of recent that really stands out to like.
He
this
did
role.
Designated Survivor. That was on TV.
Maybe, but he did lost.
I've just come up with a good thing for Gartic fan later. Just don't mind me.
Okay.
So,
Right, who was the
well-
stoat then, Ryan?
Oh yeah, who's your stoat, Ryan?
my Stoat. He was. Are we all in agreement, to be honest, that Kiefer Sutherland is the GOAT of this?
Well, no, I want to throw in Corey Feldman as my acting goat.
Oh!
Okay, here's the voice he put on. That's commitment to the role.
It was commitment to the role.
It was fantastic. He was the highlight. Okay, the fact as well that his character, even when everyone else was trying to like protect the girl and the kid, as soon as he like got him away from the group, he was like, "Let's just kill him now." That guy had no fear, and I think he did a great job in that role. I love it. He's my goat.
Well, there we go.
Mr. Frog.
I also think he was really good. My acting goat was Nanook the dog.
Hey, that's true.
No,
He
she
was
came
been
in
trained
clutch.
well.
Do you see all that little practical like stunts she was having to do all the time, just going
Yeah.
crazy? Like it was, I believed for a second she was scared of
It
that
had
vampire
quite a
thing.
big
It was-
role in the movie. I'll be honest.
Yeah, it did. It should get acting. Is it actually on the IMDb list
It
for
probably does have a credential.
I
let's be
want
honest.
it to be. Oh, I actually.
I don't think it probably won't have a letterbox credential because it's a fucking. Actually, some dogs do.
Come
The
on.
dogs are actors as well. The dog
It
was
will-
called
Well,
Cody.
not like the movie database and IMDb for sure. It probably won't be on letterbox. Yeah, it's not on letterbox.
Girl on
I-
Broadwalk, uncredited. No, actually no. Captain Colors, who played the tattoo man. There's an actual guy. His name is Captain Colors. That's his actual name, and he played the guy who was giving someone a tattoo.
Cool.
Jane Bear, Frog Mother. Oh, anyway, yeah.
Oh
So
my
I think
God,
Nanook.
with a Z, with a Z.
Exactly.
This is his only appearance in any media.
The tattoo man. He was probably just on the
Captain
street giving
Colors.
someone a tattoo, and they use him as just like background. They were just like, "All right, just keep doing what you're doing. It's gonna film like around it." Yeah, Nanook, goat for me. Now Stoat. Who do we think? Now, actually, I'll go first with this one. I thought
He does have an IMDb.
yes.
On
It- what-
IMDb, the dog's name is Cody, and it says Cody
two
was
dogs.
born. He was an Alaskan Malamute.
It was played by
Whatever.
2 dogs, by the way.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
And he played Nanook in The Lost
It said
Boys
so. It
and
said
played in a film called The Legend of the Spirit Dog.
Oh,
Ghost Dog.
And also was in an
Ghost Dog!
episode of Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
fuck. What the fuck?
There we go. I'm gonna rate him 5 stars. 5 stars for the dog.
5 stars for the dog. Right.
Who was the
going-
Stoke?
I'm going with the Stoke for being
was the
the
mum.
mum. Yeah, I didn't like the
Yeah.
mum. She was pissing me off.
So
She was just
annoying.
smiling the entire
Oh,
time, and it was annoying.
What has
So
Diane
annoying.
Reese never done to you?
This,
Annoying. Yeah, this.
yeah, man, she's done a lot of things.
You know, I
Who do
don't
you
think
think
I
then,
can
Ryan?
give a Stoke.
Actually, no.
You
don't
have to
care
give a
enough
Stoke.
about
You
anyone.
have to give one.
The acting Stoke could also be that weird, creepy guy from the very start of the film that was like trying to like bang his girlfriend while she was reading comics. So that was just awkward to watch.
Yeah, although he did get
And,
murdered
like,
later.
Yeah, good,
Yeah.
good.
What about you, Ryan? I felt you didn't like the Frog Brothers. Probably one of them, right?
Yeah,
They were the-
you know what? I'll give it to the
What?
kid that was speaking in the fucking butcher voice the whole time that Joe just mentioned.
Ah!
Corey, you can't. That's a goat.
Not
He is an
Corey
acting
Feldman.
He's an
It was
acting
just-
goat.
He is a
it's
goat.
just
Have
a
you-
weird design, like choice of the film. It's nothing against the actor. He's probably just been told to do it. I mean,
Yeah,
Man, I feel like this
He's a
film's
kid.
killing Ryan on the inside. Look at him.
yeah.
it
He's
really
like
was.
me.
I mean,
On that one week where
the
I
thing
didn't
is,
watch the
I
film.
watched it this morning, and I just don't remember that much about it. It's so forgettable. This film.
There were
I'm telling
boys
you.
and they were getting lost.
Like, there's a good.
Not
I
physically
think like
though.
I feel like the good like first 40 minutes or something. I just cannot recall what happened,
They're just
and
vibing.
it's
He's trying to
it wasn't
bang.
that long, but it was less
Hanging
than
off
like
train tracks
12
and
hours
stuff.
ago. I watched this fucking thing. Oh my!
Well, there we go. You have the acting. I thought genuinely, I was pretty convinced
I
by what
remember more about
people were
fucking
saying.
Ghostbusters Afterlife than this.
Right. Oh, everybody
Female
knows.
Slimer.
We're on to the
Goddamn sex
scores.
symbol.
We're on to the scores. Well, I
Let's
feel
get
like there's
this
going to be
bad
a
boy
very
scored.
steep contrast between two things here.
Yeah.
So you know what? We'll start off with Joe. Start off strong. We'll go Ryan and we'll finish with me. That's how we're doing this.
want-
Right.
I want to go last. I'll be.
All right. Ryan wants to go last. All right. I'll go
Okay.
after you then, Joe.
Well, I am a fan of this movie. I really enjoy it. I've always really liked it.
Yeah. I think it's good.
But at the same time, it's not a masterpiece. So I'm
It is
not
not.
going to throw a curveball and put it extremely high because it is. But it is one of the good 80s cheesy classic. You know, the outfits, the music, the actors. I mean, it's just great fun, and I enjoy it. And I think a reasonable score is I think a B tier. A B tier movie. I think it's a solid film. It's not one of the best films ever made, but it's an enjoyable movie. So B tier.
There you go. All right, B tier. I completely respect that. Yeah, I think you made some good points there, Joe. There we go. So Joe gave it a solid B. Right, I'm up next. I think I'm in complete agreement with you here, Joe. I'm also going to give it a B tier. I think it was B tier film.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. Again, yeah, I don't think it's like a masterpiece or anything, but I think it's a genuinely enjoyable time. I watched it. Music's great. Like seeing people it's like the vibe of just people just gallivanting around, like fucking around with vampires, watching the vampires just fly around, just being dicks, killing people. Like it gets pretty violent in some bits,
And that
they get to the
pier
house.
looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's like there's just, especially the Frog Brothers, they seem to be having the time of their lives. They just want to mess them up.
It's very illegal what's happening, but
Oh, very illegal, yeah, but
labor.
great fun. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with a solid B tier as well. I think it's B tier film.
Right.
There we go.
Fantastic.
All right, Ryan. So what do you think then?
I mean, it's not great. For me, it just falls flat on so many fronts, and unless you enjoy that, as you guys keep saying, 80s cheese.
80s cheese, baby.
I feel like it's a sort of a brand where everyone has their favorites of it, and then you ignore the rest of them. So it's just not a lot here. It just kind of exists. It's very forgettable unless you've seen it many times. I can't put it higher than E tier. I'm sorry, Joe.
E tier.
E.
That is fucking outrageous.
It just failed the test of being better than Ghostbusters Afterlife. I'm sorry.
Bruh. That's fine. That's fine. No, I'm here. I'm here. Don't worry. I'm here. Yeah, that's fine. God damn. But no, from how Ryan's been, it makes sense. So I respect
So,
that, Ryan. Average
well,
out. I think it's averaging out. Eyeballing it, it looks like a C. But Ryan,
Yeah,
if
I
you want
think
me,
it's a
if you
C.
want me to do the maths, I can. But I don't have to. If you
No,
just want to
I
go from
think
the eyeball.
no. You got two B's and an E. An E is only one tier below the C,
Yeah.
underneath the D, and we are above. I think it should be fit in C tier.
Yeah, I think it's C. It's C.
Yeah.
Averages
Yeah,
out at
yeah,
a
it is.
5.
It
It's a
actually
C.
literally
All
averaged
right.
out
Could be
perfectly
worse.
at a C. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. All right. So let's use some movie magic here, guys, and slap it in there.
5.
Movie magic. Right there we go. We used some movie magic, slapped in The Lost Boys, and it averaged out about C tier. So there we go. I think that's fine. I'm happy with that. I'm fine with that.
I'm okay with it. I'm not
Yeah,
happy,
I'm
but
okay.
I'm
Yeah,
okay
I'm
with it.
okay with it. Again, solid. It should have been B, but it's an average here. We respect it.
Although the fact that it's below Rogue One is really upsetting.
No,
to
I'd keep it below Rogue One for me. I prefer Rogue One.
It's below
me.
Rogue One.
Hey,
What? Although I think Rogue One should be a lot higher than it. We're not
no.
getting into that again. We leave past podcast drama in the past. All right, we leave it back there because if we
No,
bring
we
it up
dredge
again,
it back up.
if we
and
dredge them all
we
back up, we'll
fight
collapse under
to the
our own
death.
weight of hatred and anger. So to negate that hatred and anger,
For what's to
well,
know
there we
Joe
go
this week?
then. What's to know
Why
with
does
Joe?
Israel
Where
hate
you get to know
Palestine so
what
much?
Joe wants to know. Right,
Joe,
Joe.
it could be literally nothing. It could be anything. It could be not even related to the film. You realize? It could
Okay, all right, no, okay, no, okay, I got one.
He's got one.
So I want to know your opinions on who was a better vampire, Nick Cage in Renfield, Keith O'Sullivan, or Robert Pattinson. Who's taking
Well, I haven't
top
seen
dog?
Nicolas Cage
Can
in
it be like a
Renfield.
snog, marry, avoid type deal?
Oh my god, yeah, Ryan, snog, marry, avoid. Robert Pattinson, Keith O'Sullivan, or Nicolas Cage. The Trinity of vampires.
Trinity, right? It's obviously marry Nick Cage's vampire. He carries Renfield on his own. He's fucking deranged. He will murder an entire room of people just because you slightly betrayed them by going to a support group. I would avoid Robert Pattinson's vampire to avoid getting caught up in the drama of that high school.
It's true.
True.
There's a lot of it though.
That is true.
I want to see Bella biting no lip. Okay. And
You have to do another shot if you do.
of course, Kiefer Sutherland, the vampire in this, he's
He's
hot
a
as
handsome
fuck.
man. He's a
Okay, and I
handsome
say that
man.
in the straightest way possible.
He's a handsome man.
Obviously a snog.
Or a bite.
Or a bite, yeah.
Cameron, you got any input on that?
I'd let him turn me into a half.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's the end of that segment.
Right, Ryan is a straight man, we swear.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
Any
going
input?
with Robert Pattinson's for the marry, so the main one. Because think about it. I haven't seen I actually can't talk about the Renfell one because I haven't seen that, so I have no idea. But Robert Pattinson's one doesn't burn in sunlight. All right, he just sparkles. That seems manageable.
Glitters.
I
True.
saw him stop a car with his hands.
True.
Yeah, he can protect.
And they run like I don't know how fucking they look like they're running on like treadmills at like a billion miles an hour.
And he can run you about.
You could be his own little spider monkey, his own personal brand of heroin. He's kicking it off, whereas Keith Sutherland, I saw him put his hand in the sun for a second, instant fire.
You're
weak.
Weak.
He was just hanging out. And also he was just hanging out with his boys. I mean, yeah, it's cool, but Edward's one was getting poon, and he's putting it out there.
All right. Well, I think so.
There we go.
Okay. So the winner of the Trinity is
Whoa, Joe.
Robert
What
Pattinson.
about you?
Well, I mean, look, listen. I agree. I think you got to marry Robert Pattinson because he's Robert Pattinson.
Exactly.
He's also the Batman. He's also the Batman. Another role that involves Batman.
It's not who is the Batman. It's whoever wears the mask or something like that.
What?
I would avoid. I'm gonna say I'm avoiding Kiefer Sutherland only because I think
Eve.
if you snog Nicolas Cage, you got some of that old money. You rich.
Oh, that's true.
He's a classic Hollywood actor, you know.
Yeah.
He actually is.
Yeah. I'm just thinking ahead, boys. Thinking
Honest to
ahead.
God, I'll say this about Nick Cage. I think he has been in almost every type of movie you can think of.
Oh yeah, he has.
He's done big Hollywood blockbusters to
He's
small
got a wide portfolio.
Yeah, he
done,
really does.
He's given Oscar-winning performances and Razzie-winning performances.
Anyway, that's all I wanted.
Well, there you go.
Know.
That's the What's to Know with Joe. So yeah, thank you for listening this week, everybody. That we were looking at The Lost Boys, and again was joined by Joe, Ryan. No, I was just moving the slides.
I think we all got a bit lost during this episode.
We did.
A weird one.
Did we get lost in Ryan's beautiful eyes? I think we did a little bit.
His beard.
Oh, his luscious beard.
Lost in his beard.
So yeah, Lost Boys, C tier for us on average. Don't think me and Joe gave it that because we didn't.
No.
And yeah, give a like, leave a comment, subscribe.
What we doing next week, Wham?
Hit the bell, follow us on all the socials, and yes, as Ryan said, look at it next week. We are doing a film called Brazil from 1985.
1986 or
5, one of them. Me and Joe have no idea what it is. We have not, and also don't judge us. We have nothing to do with it.
This is my pick, and I haven't actually seen it. I just know it's a Terry Gilliam film, and
he hasn't even seen it, so who knows what it'll be like.
It's a Terry Gilliam film. You know it's going to be fucked.
And we may have. I think if you said
we may have another member because obviously Digos isn't here. We may have a guest. We'll see. We won't confirm who they are, who they aren't. So we'll see. Yeah, Jeeve. All right. Yeah. Well, there we go. Join us next week for that. Thanks for listening, guys. See ya. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Hurrah.